Hey, I'm live. Let's pull up my charger. Trying to get. I thought I was situated, but clearly not. Oh God. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in this room, y'all. Let's chat. Let's chat. Let's chat. Let's chat. This is going to be brief. This is going to be brief. Make sure you give StreamYard permission to see your comments. Make sure you do that. All right, y'all. We're gonna get into it. Come on in the room, tag, share, and invite. Let me know who you are, because I can't see your name. Or if you can, you should see a link that says give StreamYard permission to see your comments. So that way when you post, I'll know who you be on these streets. Otherwise, I don't know. And so I can just say, hey girl, hey, how you doing? How you doing? Okay. So you guys, I want to talk about what does it really mean to detox? Now I may have to bring up because I don't remember. Oh, I'll pull it up. I don't remember the challenge URL. We are starting a challenge this week, tomorrow, which soon will be today. The emotional detox challenge is going down. You absolutely don't want to miss it. So you want to make sure you sign up. You can head over to bit.ly/emotional detox challenge 2. That's where you can sign up to be a part of that. So you guys, what do you think? What do you think? What does it mean to you to emotional detox? And how y'all doing? Let me go ahead and say, I know that there's probably be a couple guys that scroll past this. Make sure you guys give all your Father's Day love today. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that may be hustling right now or happen to be in the room. Want to wish you a happy Father's Day, you guys. Role is so essential. You guys are so necessary, and we appreciate you guys so much. And many people may not even be a father, but may be a father in the making, or maybe stepping in and being like a surrogate father. I don't want to say surrogate father, I say surrogate mother, but same concept in terms of stepping in and playing in that position and being a mentor and leader. And we appreciate you. And happy Juneteenth! Yes. It's Juneteenth as well today. So let's get into it, you guys. I can't see your name. Make sure you say hello. Make sure you drop your name. If you don't, tap that thing so stream I can see your comments. But even after that, I won't be able to know who you are when you comment. It's Soul Say Facebook user. So you guys, the emotional detox challenge is something that's really near and dear to my heart. And emotional detoxing is something that is so important and so essential for our life. Yeah. And so I just want to spend a few moments telling you, what does it really mean to me to emotionally detox? And I want to hear a little bit about what it means to you. Well, I know when I think about, and I guess I always have steps, but I'll just even back up off my steps and just say, when I think about emotional detoxing, it really is, it really is taking a pause to check in with yourself and to say, self, how you doing? Like emotionally, how you doing? Because sometimes, especially many women, especially many Black women, seem to have gotten into this mode of hustle and grind and working and making it happen and doing the darn thing. And not saying things are bad, but some of it gets excessive to the point where we're so busy doing, we're so busy striving, we're so busy accomplishing, we don't take time to sit back with ourselves and take inventory of how we're doing emotionally. I was talking to a girlfriend today, and we were just talking about life and challenges. And, nowadays, sometimes I say that the residue of slavery and the trauma history that Black Americans have really is still taking a toll on us to this day, to different degrees, because different degrees people have experienced healing and things like this. But within that, many of us have experienced what is called arrested development when it comes to our emotional being. Now, I'm not a psychologist, and I don't play one on YouTube, TV, Facebook, or TikTok, any other platform, right? But what I do know is that emotionally we got to be in tune with where we've been and where we're going, and even saying, am have I grown up emotionally? Is my emotional response appropriate for the situation? See, a lot of times we don't realize that. A lot of times we want to say that because mentally we have the capacity and the capability to communicate and to be grown and to do grown people stuff. We feel like we just got it all together, but that may not be the case. Too often, and I'm just kind of educating, many of us have had trauma that happened in our lives 8 years old, 9 years old, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 years old. And we got trapped at that age and we respond in an immature way that's usually inappropriate. And so usually if that our response to situations is inappropriate, that may be an indicator that there may be a lack of maturity or development. And I think we got away from this whole word of maturity, but maturity is really important. We think maturity is, oh, I can pay my bills. Oh, maturity, I can make money. I'm taking care of my responsibilities. But it also, we have maturity in different modalities of life: spiritual maturity, emotional maturity, financial maturity, mental maturity. And like I said, mental and emotional get hung up and cross a lot. Our emotions impact our mental impact our emotions. hmm Let me say this. I'm going on a tangent. Let me get to my 3 points. When you think about our mental, did you know, and I've said this a couple times before, that when it comes to our mental and when it comes to even people dealing with different mental health challenges, and you looking at the mental health facilities, the number one thing that drives there and that is present there is fear. Fear is a raw emotion that many of us deal with. And it comes in the forms of fear, it comes in the form of anxiety and things like that. That feeling starts to transmit something in our mind. And so they're two different parts, but they work together. Okay, you guys. So what does it really mean to deal with emotional detox? It is really taking some time to do. My first point is an inventory. It's taking some time to do a self check, to say, hold on, what really happened in my life? And see what happens. And even, so many of us are guilty. Like things happen and we just move on. We just roll over it like nothing happened. Just keep going. And we don't really acknowledge it. We don't deal with it. We don't heal from it. We just keep it pushing. And what happens is we don't realize that a lot of times we just got stabbed, right? Or, somebody just stabbed us or shot us or whatever, not literally, and we walking around with this open wound in our arm, but oftentimes we can't see it, but other people can see it. And that just happens because we don't take the time to say, oh, dang, I just got stabbed. I got flesh hanging out right there. Oh man, I might need stitches. Hold on. I might need to add something in here so I don't get an infection. I may need to take some antibiotics. I may need to get some type of ointment, treatment, some pads, stitches, all that stuff to make sure that wound is properly healed. Yeah. And even with breaking a bone or all of those things. And so just as physically when we get hurt, emotionally when we get hurt, we have to take time to say heal and deal with that thing. So the first thing is we got to take inventory when we're dealing with a detox. We got to say what's happened, what have I not dealt with, what have I started dealing with but still is lingering. Yeah, and go from there. The second thing I want to say is once we do an inventory and self-check, we start to clean that stuff up. We start to say, hold on, where's the things that I may need to release? A lot of it, when we look at that inventory, we're dealing with unforgiveness, subconscious unforgiveness, meaning we're not even conscious that we're dealing with unforgiveness. And sometimes we are. I saw a post, and I was started to post it on my Facebook, but I didn't, or my social. It was by Lisa Ray, and I think she's amazing. I think she's amazing. She's beautiful. She's talented. Always positive. Just have a good vibe and good energy. And the other day, she posted something or shared something in an article that really broke my heart. And she's not the first influential person that's done this. I'm not even going to say the other person because y'all, we'll talk about that another time. But she says, I think it was Dwayne, who is Tisha Campbell, is it Tisha Campbell's husband? She was like, I would never forgive him for ruining my marriage, more or less. Mm. And I just was like, oh man, that's so horrible. Because a lot of times we feel like when we're not forgiving, it's doing something to us, but it really could be just doing something to them. It really is. We think, sorry. We think when I'm trying to make sure that everything's good, my volume, because I don't see you guys' comments. If you guys are here, let me know you're here. But oftentimes, if you can hear me, type a one as well. If you can hear me, type a one. Oftentimes, we think when we're dealing with unforgiveness, or we're upset, or we're dealing with resentment, or whatever the case may be, we feel like I'm not going to give them the privilege. I'm not going to give them the benefit of, you know, forgiving them. They don't deserve it. But what happens is, and really it's proven that when we hold on to bitterness and unforgiveness, it causes things in our bone. It leads to arthritis. It leads to leukemia and other debilitating diseases, because everything that's in the natural is also in the physical. Okay, so it just doesn't serve us at the end of the day. If you can hear me, type a one. If you can hear me, type a one. Well, I guess if you can't hear me, I don't see you guys typing a one. So let me see if I hear anything. Sharon, can you hear me? I think the volume's good, but let me know. So yeah, we can't hold on to that unforgiveness. It really, like, I've heard people say that, and it used to annoy me that people wouldn't was talk about unforgiveness so much, and always say, oh, it's like drinking poison, expect that person to die. I believe Nelson Mandela was the originator of that quote. But it's true, because it keeps us in a place of stagnant and bitterness, and as long as we have that, we can't move forward. So we have to take some time to purge and release and to deal with that unforgiveness. And sometimes you may have to forgive somebody over and over again, and depending on how deep of it, maybe even every day, you have to release that thing that's like an onion, and you just got to let the layers fall off. And once we do that, then we go into a place that once we have take inventory, we start doing a cleanup, we start to purging things out, we start to releasing things, we start to, adopt a different perspective of the situation, and then we can start to refill ourselves so we can move forward better and stronger. See, I think a lot of times too, we sometimes get stuck because we think we don't want to get disappointed, we don't want to get hurt, and or we feel like they did disappoint us. But if we operate in a space of grace, then that gives other people more capacities to deal with grace with you as well. And we understand that people make mistakes. For the most part, everybody's doing the best they have with what they got. And a lot of times people are struggling. Listen, a lot of people are struggling way more than you think. I saw something by Shakima. What's her name? Clark. I can't call her name. Clark. What's Shakima's last name? And she put on the Facebook, and I totally agree. Clark Chapman. You guys stop giving people a hard time for not being there for you, for not supporting you. Because of truth be told, and I think some of you guys understand my voice can attest to this, people are trying to hang on for themselves. Like we do, and I like to say we because I don't want to seem like I'm above, right? Everybody. I have my challenges as well, right? We all do. So I lost my train of thought that quick. So, but what I want to say is we're doing the best that we have with what we got. And so we're dealing with challenges and we're trying to move forward. But sometimes I got the point here. We are so busy doing things that we try to, and let me tell you, constant busyness is a mechanism to avoid pain. Constant goal seeking and constantly looking to seed and achieve the next goal and the next goal and the next goal and the next goal. That too is a form of self-medicating, because what you're doing is constantly keeping your mind occupied so you don't have the capacity to think about the pain and sometimes misery or just comfort that you are experiencing. And so then it doesn't serve us at the end of the day. Okay. So I want to encourage you guys to head over, and I'll drop the link here. So bit.ly/emotional detox challenge 2. And register for the challenge. And go from there. So now is the time. Today's the season. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. All right, you guys. I said I wasn't going to be on here long. I don't know how long I've been on. Oh, yeah, I do. 16 minutes. So that's my time. So I'll be back on actually tomorrow. And I'll be doing a thing. Let's do it 7 o'clock Eastern time, standard time every day this week. We will do the challenge. And you can still register and be a part of it. And I can't wait to see you. So until next time, you guys, that's my time. Thank you for joining. Join me back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time sharp. And I'll see you then. Be blessed. Have a good night.